And the stock has already doubled since I first mentioned it. I still think it could still continue to move forward. But this is an example of why y'all need to be in the course so y'all can catch these things in real time, because you would have already more than doubled your money had you listened to this stock idea when I first presented it.
Yeah. I don't never feel pain, cause I done felt too much pain. Money.
Freedom over failure. Tell them freedom over failure.
Freedom over failure.
I know that's right.
Put your freedom over failure.
All right, so stocks to buy for the year 2021. We're in March of 2021, and we're going to talk about 5 stocks that have my attention for the year that perhaps you should consider investing in. Okay, the first stock that we're going to talk about is called Kforce. That's KFRC. That's the stock ticker symbol. Kforce they're like a staffing agency, like where you get the temp work from. And they get most of their money, they do most of their staffing in the technology world. They have tripled their market share over the past few years, so that's significant. And they have quintupled their free cash flow over the past few years, which is also significant. Okay, so that's a company that's on my radar. It has my interest, so maybe that's something you want to consider adding to your portfolio as well. Kforce. The next stock we're going to get into is called Freedom Holdings Corporation. Freedom Holdings is a stock brokerage company. They're basically just like, this is the most simple way to think about it. They're basically just like Robinhood. They have like the same growth strategy and all of that, except they actually get paid from commission fees, right? Robinhood, they have to come with other ways to make money that we don't have to get into, all right? But they get paid for commission fees. They're growing just as fast, except they're overseas. So they have their own block, if you will, that they get money on. They're not stepping on, Robinhood's not really stepping on their toes, because they're in their own world. This company is actually a company I spoke about already in the course months ago. And the stock has already doubled since I first mentioned it. I still think it can still continue to move forward. But this is an example of why y'all need to be in the course so y'all can catch these things in real time, because you would have already more than doubled your money had you listened to this stock idea when I first presented it. Okay? So that's something else that has my attention. Perhaps you should add. I still am holding on to my position on that. Another stock that I mentioned in the course and also in one of my books, the Stock Market Grade book, the stock ticker symbol is IIPR. Okay, now the most simple way to think about this stock is like McDonald's. You may not be familiar with the McDonald's business model, but McDonald's does not make their money necessarily, at least not directly, from selling cheeseburgers, selling the supersized fries. They make their money off the real estate. It's really off the franchisee fees. Okay, so all the McDonald's you see is franchised, and the person who owns that franchise, they're paying the McDonald's corporation. So it's like real estate at the end of the day. So that's what this company does. They basically have like a real estate business model, but with the cannabis industry. So there's these licensed cannabis, they're opening up their shops and they're paying their franchise fees and all of that to the actual corporation. So we know how McDonald's is. You know how much money McDonald's make, because we know how much people tend to love McDonald's for whatever reason. So just think of that, but with weed. This is another stock that they might have tripled since I first mentioned it. I know for sure it's doubled, but it may have even tripled since I first mentioned it. Another reason why y'all need to be in the course so y'all can find these things out even earlier. Okay, but I still think that this stock is going to continue to go up. IIPR is a ticker symbol. Okay, the remaining 2 I want to talk about, you have to be in the course to know about. So just go to the link in the description, sign up for the course, and that'll get you access to part 2 of this video where I go over the remaining 2 stocks that I'm looking at that has my interest, that perhaps you should be investing in for the year 2021. Okay, just like, subscribe, share the video and all that, and I'll check y'all on the next one. Freedom over failure.